It's the NFC Championship game. It is the Seattle Seahawks coming up to Lambeau to take on the 15-1 Green Bay Packers. Packers trying to get back to the Super Bowl, first time since Super Bowl 45. Seahawks also want to get back after that defeat to Tom Brady and the Patriots when they should have just handed it off to Marshawn Lynch instead of passing on that slant. Seahawks, one of the best defenses in the NFL, doing a little bit differently, being led this time by one Bobby Wagner. Packers still being led by Aaron Rodgers. AFC Championship game, Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Kansas City would handle Pittsburgh. They punched their ticket 35-14, and early on it was Russell Wilson getting sacked by one Dean Lowry, the Dean of Mean, getting acquainted with him. 2nd and 17 though, Russell Wilson stands in the pocket, stands tall, and finds his man, picking up the first down, 17-yard gain. Wilson then rolls to his right, wide open man, no one near him, as Jair Alexander upends him. Seahawks will then come back on a 3rd and 8. Wilson throwing, finds his man, and that's just going to be short, finding Ed Dixon, and that's 4th and 1, and Seattle would come away with on the opening drive, taking the 3-0 lead after a nice punt there. And then it'd be Aaron Rodgers' turn, 1st and 10. Rodgers finding Sternberg, and he's able to pick up the first down and then some. And the things will get a little tougher after that, though. 2nd and 10. Rodgers now looking, finds his man, and Geronimo Allison can't hold on to the football at all. And that'd be the story of Geronimo Allison's day. Rodgers then coming back here, and that's picked off. Rodgers intercepted for the first time in the playoffs. Well, he only played one game. Either way, it's a pick, and Seattle is knocking on the door immediately afterwards. But then after a holding call, 3rd and 20, Wilson's getting sacked by Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary. And a 4th and 30, and that pretty much knocks Seattle right out of field goal positioning. Wilson missed the first one, and then Preston Smith came and finished him off. As he spins out of the hit from Gary, then Preston Smith was there to meet him. 1st and 10, Rodgers handing off to Jamal Williams. Williams able to pick with the first down and then some. And then the Packers would come back after that. 1st and 10, Rodgers looking, finds Jamal Williams, who jumps up for the football instead of just letting it go into his hands. And then Rodgers come back, and he's sacked by Bobby Wagner. And now a 3rd and 20 for the Packers. Rodgers would then come back, looking, fires, finds Davante Adams, gets some blocking, and he gets the first down as the Packers keep the drive alive. Rodgers then steps back, looks, fires, finds Jake Kumerow, and Kumerow able to come down with that reception and get down to the 27. 1st and 10, handoff to LeGarrette Blount, and he's wrapped up immediately. Packers then come back, 2nd and 9. Another handoff, this time to Jamal Williams. Doesn't get the blocking he needs up front, so now 3rd and 9 again. Rodgers looking, throws this one up for Kumerow, and he just sort of bats it away from the defensive back instead of actually trying to catch it. Mason Crosby misses the field goal. That one's wide left, so the Packers get no points out of that drive. Wilson comes back, finds his man, and is able to pick up the first down on that one. 2nd and 6. Nice little RPO action there. And this time, Jair Alexander, just a completely boneheaded play. He had him wrapped up. He decides to go to the face mask. And that would be a killer attack on 15, a fresh set of downs for the Seahawks. 2nd and 4, hands it off, and he picks up the first down. Chris Carson, he had a nice game. Wilson wide open as Ed Dixon walks right into the Ed zone. And just not a very good defensive stand for the Packers there. Rodgers now looks, fires, finds Jimmy Graham, picking up the first down. 2nd and 10 now. Rodgers looks, rolls out, lofts one up to Davante Adams, who's not able to break away for the score, but he gets down to the 23. 1st and 10. Rodgers now looks, chucks one up to Jimmy Graham, and he comes down with that one. Vintage Jimmy Graham on that play. 1st and goal. Rodgers then comes right back. Jake Kumaro gets the touchdown reception, and the Packers are back in business, making it 7-10. Mason Crosby would hit the PAT. Seahawks ensuing drive, looks, fires, finds his man. At this point in the game, Russell Wilson 10 for 11. Just perfect pinpoint accuracy. It just can't even miss a throw. I mean, just can't miss a single throw at all whatsoever. I mean, you know, it's almost like it's a video game out there. These pinpoint dots. Chris Carson gets acquainted with Kenny Clark, not able to pick up the first down. Rodgers now on 2nd and 11 looks, finds Devontae Adams, and Valdes-Scantling decides not to really commit to the block on Thompson. 3rd and 4. Rodgers now looking, and he throws this one to LeGarrette Blount. That was a first down, but, you know, referees are kind of stupid. And then they just hand it off to Danny Vitale. Fullback carry, able to pick up the first. Rodgers now on a 2nd and 7, looks, fires, finds nobody because Devontae Adams can't hold on to the football. Rodgers now again looking, finds Jimmy Graham. He's able to hold on to the football and get out of bounds. Packers then come back on 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking, fires this one up to Valdes-Scantling, who can't hold on to the football. Very typical for him. 3rd and 8 now. Rodgers looks, fires, finds nobody as Bobby Wagner makes a great break on that ball. So then 4th and 8, field goal time, and Mason Crosby ties this one up. And the Packers have it tied up. 48 seconds, well, that's just enough time for Russell Wilson to do some work. 2nd and inches, Wilson rolling out, finds his man, finds Williams, able to pick up the first down and stop the clock. Wilson this time finds Dixon again. Tramon Williams absolutely worthless on the coverage. And the Seahawks would end up settling for a field goal before the halftime and making it 13-10. Packers would get the ball coming out of the half break, and there's Rodgers throwing this one away. Just sort of has to, instead of taking a sack, but instead it's an intentional grounding call. No one was in the vicinity of the football, so the Packers get set back a little bit more. 3rd and 21. Rodgers throws one up for Devontae Adams, and it floats in the air because the football is apparently filled with helium. It just hangs in the air for what seems like an eternity, getting batted around, and McDougal is able to come down with it, but he ends up hurt on the play, hurt his shoulder. And then Tyler Lockett with a nice catch there. Wilson now gets Ed Dixon again. I'm not sure what happened on the defense there. They just fell asleep. That looked like a basic cover 2 man coverage, and they just sort of forgot about him. Rodgers now 1st and 10, just loads up for here. Valdes-Scantling gets 2 hands on it, and he can't come down with the football again. 3rd and 10. Rodgers now looking, throws this one, and Valdes-Scantling seemingly can't get around the defensive end on that play. And then later, 4th quarter, Seahawks up 27-13. Rodgers throws this one up. Valdes-Scantling comes down with this one, but with Valdes-Scantling, it's always something. Either his timing's off, either he can't get the release, or just like that, he can't get his feet in bounds. So wipe that off the board. Rodgers looks, fires, finds Jake Kumaro, and Kumaro's able to come down with the football. 2nd and goal now. Packers come back. Rodgers, quick strike to Valdes-Scantling, who is actually able to be a worthwhile receiver right there. Comes down with the catch. And that's 6 on the board. Packers, 3rd and 19. They get a stop here. They can tie this game up. Chris Carson just running with holding the football, and they can't bring him down. Multiple attempts at it, and the Packers' season comes to an end as the Seahawks defeat the Packers 27-20. Packers made a good effort of it at the end, but those 2 interceptions were definitely costly. And the Seahawks will move on to face the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers, 27 for 50, 342 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Russell Wilson, 26 for 33, 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. He had a very nice day, was kept upright for the most part outside of a few sacks. Chris Carson, 18 carries, 75 yards. No touchdowns for him. Jamal Williams, 7 carries, 28 yards. LeGarrette Blount, 5 carries, 20 yards. Green Bay run game was pretty much shut down. Wasn't effective whatsoever. Devontae Adams, 8 receptions, 141 yards, no touchdowns. MVS, 5 receptions, 36 yards, 1 touchdown. Jake Kumaro, 4 receptions, 53 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day for him. Jamon Moore also had 3 receptions and 40 yards. Ed Dixon made the Packers defense say uncle, as he had 6 receptions for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. DJ Metcalf had 5 receptions and 44 yards and a touchdown tacked on.